Hello guys, I'm here for the 16th SummerSlam review. In the SummerSlam review series, this is SummerSlam 2004, August the 15th, 2004, and to my knowledge, this is the last time SummerSlam had left the United States, but it still stayed in the North American continent. So this isn't what I would call a true international pay-per-view like SummerSlam 92 was. Took place on August the 15th, 2004 from the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. There are technically 9 matches on this show, and I say technically 9 because one thing what counts as a match really is nothing more than the biggest waste of time ever in the history of WWE pay-per-view, or at least in my opinion, but it counted as a match. Opening contest is a 6-man tag match. Rey Mysterio, Billy Kidman, and Paul London, who happen to be the WWE Tag Team Champions at this time, and they're facing all 3 Dudley boys, Bubba Ray, Devon, and Spike, who, and Spike had previously, had a couple weeks ago, won the Cruiserweight title and then turned on Mysterio, and this began his Boss Dudley heel role. This is a 1.5 star 6-man. It's not the greatest 6-man in the world. And that's really a problem with this pay-per-view. There's a lot of stuff that really isn't great on this show. Finish comes when the Dudleys 3D Kidman and then Spike makes, and then Bub and Devon 3D Kidman and then Spike makes the cover. 1.5 stars. So then we get a Till Death Do Us Part match. Why is a Till Death Do Us Part match, you're probably wondering. Well, it's essentially this. Lita will marry the winner of this match because in the storyline, this is when they had that Kane, Matt Hardy, Lita love triangle that had Lita being pregnant, in which she would later miscarry. Yeah. Boy. So they came up with this idea of the winner of this match in the storyline would be married to Lita, which I guess they have dropped since it's never mentioned anymore about that when Kane shows up. Continuity doesn't exist in WWE. This is a half-a-star match. It's not good. Matt tries a DDT or a Twisted Fate or something off the top rope, but Kane catches him with a choke slam, and that gets the win. Half a star. So then we get match 1 of a best-of-5 series for the WWE United States Championship, as it's Booker T versus Jon Cena. The winner of this match does not get the U.S. title. You'd have to win 3 matches to get it. That's how this best-of-5 series works. This is a 1-star match with not a lot happening here. I mean, it's significant for the fact that it's Jon Cena's first SummerSlam of many, because from 2004 onward, I think he's been at every SummerSlam since 2004 and never missed one. Could be wrong on that, but I don't think I am. Finish comes, Booker T hits the spinneroonie, goes to pick up Cena, but Cena catches him and then gives him the attitude adjustment, which is what that move is called now, so yeah, and then gets the win. 1 star, nothing really special. So then we get a triple threat match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Edge versus Chris Jericho versus Batista, who is also making his SummerSlam debut here. This is a 2-star match, and this is a very bizarre crowd in Canada because Edge is from Edge is from Toronto, but they boo him and cheer for Jericho, who's from Winnipeg. Now, I don't really know what that is, other than I think Canada just loves doing this, because every time the WWE goes to Canada, it's this same dynamic. It's the same dynamic every time they go anywhere in Canada, pretty much. This is an okay triple threat match. Nothing really special either here. Jericho knocks Batista out of the ring, and then Edge spears Jericho and gets the win. Edge would end up having to forfeit the IC title about a couple days later, a week later, or something, because he had torn his groin and could not defend the title within the 30-day period. Yeah, even though Trish Stratus did that in 2005, for most of her title reign from 2005 to 2006, she was injured for most of it, but again, what's continuity in the WWE? Yeah, Trish was on the injured list for most of her over a year-long title reign with the Women's Championship from 05 to 06. She spent a good deal of it injured. So, yeah, and this never came up. So, and that rule never came up. Which shows you that WWE title rules are basically, how do I say this? Their discretion is advised, or they're at a person's discretion in the WWE. So then we get Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle in what is the best match on this show. Because it had the best feud going into this show with Eddie and Kurt Angle. Going back to WrestleMania, this match. And Kurt constantly unties Eddie's boot to take off so the ankle lock can have more effect. Which is what Eddie does, which is what Eddie did at WrestleMania. So it adds some storyline and psychology aspect to this match. It was a really good match. Eddie hits a frog splash, Angle kicks out. Angle eventually gets the win by using the ankle lock with a socked foot and then grapevining the leg. And that forces Eddie Guerrero to tap out, and Angle gets the win. These two never had a third match, though, as I remember. Unless it took place on a SmackDown. I think this was the last time these two had a match against each other. Again, could be wrong in that, because it might have taken place on a SmackDown after this. I don't really know. Oh, yay. So the next match, Triple H versus Eugene. Oh, yes. Remember Eugene? The mentally challenged WWE superstar? Oh, yes. That got approved in the WWE. Oy. Eugene. Poor old Nick Dinsmore. He took it and he ran with it, and he did a good job with it. But this character was never going to be anything more than pure comedy. They gave him the tag title, and that's probably about the only thing that Eugene was ever going to amount to. Character-wise, not Nick Dinsmore, but the character. This is again an okay match. It's an average match. It's 2.5 stars. Ric Flair eventually comes out, and gets ejected after interfering too much. Triple H at one point goes for the pedigree, but Eugene knocks him into the post, and then pedigrees Triple H, which had not been for Flair putting Triple H's foot on the rope. Triple H most likely would have lost by his own move. That's what got Flair ejected. William Regal comes out, hits Flair with the brass knuckles, but that distracts Eugene, and then Eugene, when Regal tells him to turn around, he turns into the pedigree for the win. Yeah, this was an okay match. Canada did not like the Eugene character, and they turned on Eugene in this match, except for when he did moves like the Stone Cold Stunner or Rock Bottom. But again, that's Canada. Duo. Diva Dodgeball. That's what's next. Diva Dodgeball. Where you take the 7 people who were left in the Diva Search and put them against 7 WWE Divas in a dodgeball game. A dodgeball game on WWE on a WWE pay-per-view. And it's a bad dodgeball game at that. It's Team Dream, which as I said is the Diva Search contestants, who at this point have left were George Giovanni, Amy Weber, Maria, Christy Hemme, Michelle McCool, and some girl named Tracy. I don't know who that really is either. So it's really just, yeah, it was a 7 individual Diva Search contestants against 7 divas, which were Trish Stratus, Molly Holly, Jazz, Stacy Keibler, Gail Kim, Nitty, and Victoria. This is a waste of all these divas on this show to even be stuck in this. And on top of that, this is really the epitome of a Raw segment. People may get upset today when you have like people like Jon Stewart or whatnot opening up a pay-per-view with the Raw segment, but this is really that because the Diva Search was only a Raw thing that they had never put on pay-per-view till this. And you really could have pulled this off and thrown another match on here. Trish was women's champion at this time, I believe. Why couldn't she have been defending the women's title in her hometown instead of being stuck in a dodgeball game? This gets no stars because it's not really a match. I've said this. Anything that I do not consider a match will always get no stars. It may take up a match slot, but it's not a match. So, nothing. So then we get the WWE Championship match. JBL versus The Undertaker. 2-star match here. Nothing really special. JBL wins by DQ when Undertaker hits him with the title belt that Orlando Jordan had brought into the ring. Undertaker then tombstones JBL, I believe, on the stairs, and then chokeslams him through the top of his limo, and JBL does a stretcher job. 2 stars, like I said, nothing really special here. So then we get the World Heavyweight Championship match. Chris Benoit versus Randy Orton. 3 stars. This is probably, other than Kurt Angle and Eddie Guerrero, the best match on this show. This is, like I said, this is a 3-star match, and Orton won with an RKO literally out of nowhere, so like he's been doing today. Orton became, at that time, the youngest World Heavyweight Champion in WWE history. Although I believe Lesnar, because he was 1 year younger than Lesnar when he won this. I think Lesnar was 25 and he was 24 at this time, so I think that. And then Benoit comes in and congratulates Orton, and then Orton turned face the next night, and we all know that was a very failed face run from late 2004 to very early 2005 till right after WrestleMania. And actually before WrestleMania. Like I said, 3 stars. So, out of 45 stars, this gets a 14.5, which is, I believe, still in the C- range, kind of like SummerSlam 2003 was. So, the next match is SummerSlam 2005, which will be up tomorrow, most likely. Yeah, I don't like too much of that show, especially one particular thing, and I'll get into that when I get to that. So this will be in the SummerSlam Review Series playlist. If you like the video, like button is down there, subscribe button is down there, and thanks for watching. Bye.